Representatives of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, and the East African Community member states have concluded a 4-day meeting aimed at resolving the refugee crisis in the region. Only Tanzania did not send representatives, but the members, along with their international partners, have agreed that refugees deserve better life away from home.
I'm glad that you have arrived at a declaration which contains key commitments to the following: to mitigate and end violence and bring peace to the region, to counter disasters and adverse effects of climate change, protect those in need and uphold commitments to do so, take the lead as governments to approach challenges with a whole-of-society approach, provide opportunities to refugees by including them in society and economy. Uganda gives example and experience is proof that problems of refugees on the African continent can be permanently cured by renewing our commitment to respect for human rights and seeking new ways of minimizing internal conflicts.
Critically, the states agreed the need to find a solution to silence the guns that have driven millions of innocent people away from their homes.
500,000 Sudanese have left Sudan just in 2 months. And in 2 months, 1.5 million Sudanese have been internally displaced, adding to an already existing population of 3.5 internally displaced population. This is very painful. This is shameful. And I think this conference must send a message to those men fighting there, because there are no women fighting, there are only men fighting in Sudan today. They must send a message that this war must stop.
IOM encouraged member states to develop comprehensive policies and practices, not only on refugees, but also on IDPs and migration governance. The second is that our efforts to find solutions for those currently forcibly displaced must also simultaneously prevent future displacements. According to the recent analytical study by IOM and Oxford Economic Africa, 2.6 million people were forced to leave their homelands due to drought, desertification, flooding, and landslide in the East and Horn of Africa region. By 2050, this number could rise to as high as 85 million people.
The region is now home to at least 5 million refugees. The officials want these numbers reduced by formulating policies that will make it easy for refugees to return home.
We promote settlement of refugees in several areas and encourage self-reliance by giving substantial agricultural land to refugees for livelihood activities. We are now mainstreaming refugees' issues and addressing gaps in protection and provision of social service and reintegrating them into our national development plan.
Despite over 46% gap of funds annually on average for Uganda's refugee response, between 2018 and 2022, humanitarian partners have availed $2.3 billion for Uganda's refugee response, of which $112.6 million was delivered by the UN Central Emergency Fund since 2014. In addition, $1.83 billion has been committed to ongoing development projects in refugee hosting districts, with $536 million delivered already. A transition strategy is currently being prepared with greater emphasis on self-reliance and sustainable solutions.
What is now left is when and how fast the resolutions will be implemented by individual countries. Walter Mwesije, NTV.
Agree to put in place